5 Unknown Facts from the Gulf War. Whether referred to as the Gulf War, the Persian Gulf War, Operation Desert Storm, or by any other name, delving into its history proves worthwhile. The initiation of the Gulf War occurred when Saddam Hussein invaded Kuwait on August 2, 1990. While the timing and reasons behind the conflict are widely known, there remain numerous aspects of the war that have not received much exploration. These lesser-known facts encompass details such as the primary causes of death during the war and the rapidity with which events unfolded. Here are some intriguing pieces of information that might have eluded your awareness. 1. Iraq's giant army. Throughout the conflict, Iraq boasted one of the most substantial military forces globally. A staggering figure of over 1 million uniformed personnel stood at Saddam Hussein's disposal for the invasion, with 120,000 troops and 2,000 tanks specifically dispatched to Kuwait. Following the conclusion of the Iran-Iraq peace, Hussein further augmented the number of occupying forces in Kuwait to 300,000. However, the quality of these troops varied significantly, and only approximately one-third possessed significant experience and proper training. Among their ranks were conscripted soldiers aged between 15 and 49 years old. 2. The Iraq War was not the leading cause of death for Americans. Although war typically stands as a prominent factor behind casualties in the countries involved, Operation Desert Storm did not prove to be the primary cause of death for Americans. While approximately 100,000 Iraqi soldiers faced casualties in 1991, the United States experienced a relatively lower toll of 383 fatalities in the same theater of operation. Concurrently, during the war, the AIDS-HIV epidemic reached its peak, witnessing a significant surge of around 15% in infection rates compared to the preceding year. In 1991 alone, this infection claimed the lives of over 29,000 Americans, and tragically, this number doubled over the following years. 3. Iraq took control of Kuwait in 2 days. Contrary to the anticipation of prolonged conflicts in wars and invasions, the takeover of Kuwait by Iraq astonishingly occurred within a mere 2 days. With remarkable swiftness, Iraq's forces reached Kuwait's borders within just 1 hour after the invasion commenced. In the ensuing days, the majority of Kuwaiti citizens were compelled to flee into neighboring territories, yet the Iraqi invasion faced some resistance. A fledgling underground resistance movement valiantly rose to fight against the invasion, but its ranks mainly consisted of untrained individuals. Despite their courage, the resistance struggled to match the overwhelming number of forces deployed by Iraq and, ultimately, met defeat. 4. Saddam Hussein held the belief that he had authorization to invade Kuwait. Prior to the invasion, meetings between Hussein and Bush's ambassador to Iraq took place, wherein discussions about the U.S.'s stance against war with Iraq were held. It was communicated during these meetings that the U.S. would adopt a neutral position in so-called Arab-Arab conflicts. During this period, Iraq was embroiled in an ongoing border dispute with Kuwait, and in the absence of resistance from the U.S., Hussein proceeded with his invasion plans. Throughout this time, he expressed a desire for friendship and peace with America. However, after the invasion, Bush condemned Hussein's actions, leading to the implementation of Operation Desert Storm. Hussein's belief that the U.S. would not oppose the invasion led him to perceive it as implicit permission. 5. There were 39 different countries in the Allied coalition. Iraq's invasion faced opposition from a diverse coalition comprising 39 different countries. This Allied coalition included Afghanistan, Australia, France, Sweden, the United Arab Emirates, the United Kingdom, and the United States, to name a few. Despite the significant number of nations involved, the United States remained the predominant contributor, accounting for over 60% of the forces deployed in Operation Desert Storm, which commenced in January 1991. If you enjoyed this video, please check out some of my other content on my channel and subscribe so you don't miss out on future uploads. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.